Man, what's up? What's happening, everybody? If it's your first time tuning in, it's your boy Q. Welcome to Beyond the Game, the best sports show around. But I ain't gonna waste too much time. We gonna get on right on into the proceedings. We got my dude, Big Brew in the bill. I'm going to introduce yourself one time for the one time.
What's going on with y'all, man? Glad to be back.
Man, we got him in the building. I know he feeling good about his Rams, but we'll get into that a little bit
You
later
know,
on this evening. And then we got my guy, got your boy Ralph C in the building. Go introduce yourself one time, Ralph.
What's up, world? Let's get to it.
So, Ralph, his Wildcats had a pretty decent weekend. I mean, they didn't have a good start to the week last week, but it ended on a better note, with the win over Vanderbilt. And then y'all beat, who's that? Brian Station, y'all played, was that Saturday night, Friday night? The boys basketball team, who'd y'all play?
Robert Morris.
Okay, Robin Morris, my bad.
I went to high school with him.
I stand corrected. Y'all beat Robert Morris by 40 points in a game that nobody really cares about. But at the same time, Louisville turned around and lost to Taste Creek. So, hey, it is what it is. But anyways, man, the Chiefs had a big win last night against the Las Vegas Raiders. So I'm going to throw it around the horn to the fellas real quick. The game last night with Pat Mahomes tossing, I think, 5 touchdowns, I think he had last night.
Five.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes threw 5 touchdowns. So, Ralph, are the Kansas City Chiefs back?
Yeah, especially in the AFC West. They definitely are the favorite for me. I did have San Diego. I thought that they were going to try to do something this year, but they're kind of falling back into the old Charger way. The Raiders, the Broncos. So they're at least going to come out of the AFC West, so that guarantees them a playoff spot. You got Pat Mahomes, still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You always have a chance when you have him. The defense still has to get a little bit better, but overall, the Chiefs will be in the playoffs, so they'll definitely have a chance. So we'll see what happens. No Super Bowl.
Before I let Daniel and Hot Dog cook, you already know how I feel about their Super Bowl chances. It's a wrap for that. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they not back because they played the Las Vegas Raiders. I could see if it was the Green Bay Packers or the Rams that they put up, Pat Mahomes threw 5 touchdowns against, I'd be like, hey, yeah, they back to doing their thing. But to me, that was an unimpressive win against the Las Vegas Raiders because, correct me if I'm wrong, on this panel, does anybody have the Las Vegas Raiders going to the AFC Championship?
No.
They were just a surprise team to start the season. That's all.
So I think the Raiders are starting to level off and be who everybody thought they were going to be. So to me, it wasn't really that big of a win. It's like, okay, y'all won the game y'all were supposed to win. Now, granted that, Pat Mahomes went off, but it was like y'all was supposed to win that game. So to me, I need to see a little bit more work for me to say the Chiefs are back. Daniel, what's your thoughts, man?
Well, in the group, it was 3 or 4 years ago that I said 3 or 4 years, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I said, in 3 weeks, you act like this never happened. So I don't think they're back, but I think they found their groove. They realized they can't be that team to just throw the ball 30 plus yards down the field every other play.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think they're gonna make the playoffs. I think I predicted them to go 10-7, but that'll be enough in that division because it looks like everybody else will be at least 8 to 9 wins at best. So they should win that division. No Super Bowl, of course. They don't play good enough defense.
Nah, it's a wrap for the Super Bowl for them. Hot Dog, man, what are your thoughts? Are the Kansas City Chiefs back after their big win against the Las Vegas Raiders last night?
No, I don't believe so. I think the Raiders made a lot of mistakes, and Derek Carr just started throwing the ball up as soon as he got pressure in his face. That one touchdown, Darrell Williams got it should never been a touchdown. Jonathan Abram played just horrible coverage. No running back should ever make a touchdown catch like that. I'm sorry. I'm not impressed. I think they beat the. I'm not sure if they played last week. I know the Monday night game before they beat the Giants on some terrible officiating. So we're gonna see what they are. We're gonna see this week though. We're gonna see this
the
Sunday.
Cowboys. So
Cowboys.
And that's what I'm saying. Like if Mahomes puts up 5 touchdowns against the Cowboys,
I seen the honey badger out there flexing his muscles, blah 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 blah. What's he gonna do when you got a 3-headed monster back out there in the receiving core? What are you gonna do then? Because as far as I can tell, Derek Carr's still trying to throw to Derek Waller 10, 12 times a game. Of course, Henry Ruggs ain't out there no more. Zay Jones, he's a decent receiver, not a great receiver. Hunter Renfro, he's just a poor man's Cole Beasley. So I don't really think the Chiefs are back yet. We'll see this Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see what they do against that third best quarterback in the league. So we'll see what happens.
Here, man, Ralph, don't start, bro. Don't
Seventh best quarterback. You right.
don't start. So who's number one and number two then, Ralph? Watch this bullshit.
Nah. I still gotta go with Pat Mahomes. I still want to put him up there. As far as he had some weeks where he slacked off, but he's still Pat Mahomes, and you still got A-Rod. I'm not gonna say Tom Brady.
Man,
I'm not gonna say Tom Brady.
Speaking of teams and old quarterbacks, you have the Pittsburgh Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger, who he should have been retired like 4-5 years ago, but that's neither here nor there. Deshaun Watson was, of course, available at the trade deadline, but I guess the Houston Texans didn't get an offer that was good enough for them. But I'm going to throw it to the fellas. Do y'all think with Big Ben pretty much at the end of his career, Deshaun Watson pretty much not going to play this year at all, should the Steelers have made a move for Deshaun Watson? Hot dog, go ahead.
I believe so. There's obviously a couple of teams that were rumored to go after Deshaun Watson. I know Ralph's Broncos was one. I know Miami was always a team that we thought could with all those draft picks they got into. And so I think people figured out the Tua is really not that great of a quarterback. So, I believe that the Steelers were in prime position. I believe that they could have used some draft picks, and they got plenty of players on the defensive side of the ball. They could have possibly used a trade bait. And I think they could have threw Mason Rudolph in there. A lot of teams like Mason Rudolph. I don't like Mason Rudolph, but a lot of teams do. So I think the Steelers were in prime position to make a move for Deshaun Watson. They should pull the trigger.
Ralph, what's your thoughts, man? Should the Steelers have made a move for Deshaun Watson on the trade deadline?
First and foremost, tell Sean Gurton, don't he got a game he need to go referee or something? Let's start there. Secondly, hell yeah. The Steelers and about 10 other teams should have went and made a move for Deshaun Watson and just put it all out there. So it's not just the Steelers, the Broncos, as the hot dog said, the Washington Redskins. We can go team for team who can improve at the quarterback, and you're getting a top-rated quarterback. We can pretty much go for every team. Yeah, so it's just a hell yeah. This is one of the easiest answers of the show. Hell yes, they should have.
Man, I'm right there with you.
Every team in my division except for us should have went after Deshaun Watson.
So to me personally, I think they should have, because to me the important thing about this is, for one, we don't know what the legal stuff, so we'll set that to the side. But you already know that if he's cleared of everything, he's good to go through training camp day one. And so you ain't got to worry about nothing. I feel like they should went ahead and pull the trigger, because he's going to have to sit any damn way. So what are you losing by trading for him? You give up, what'd you say, Mason Rudolph? Okay, you give him up, you go sign another backup that's going to be just as comparable as him. So, what are you losing by doing this? Nothing at all. So I do, and I think they
already had Josh Dobbs as a backup. And I don't think Josh Dobbs is a terrible quarterback. They have Haskins as well. Don't forget Dwayne Haskins on the team.
But not even just that, hot dog. So he comes in this season, he can get a chance to sit back, learn the playbook, the ins and outs of it, and be ready to go from day one training camp next year. But Daniel, what's your thoughts, man?
My first question is, he hasn't been, convicted of anything. He hasn't been convicted of anything. So what do they do with this year? Looks like he's not going to play at all this year. Nobody traded for him. So does this year get taken into consideration for his punishment? Because if not, he could possibly miss 2 years of football and 1 year unjust. So, but I think everybody should have, all the teams that were in the running, Miami, Pittsburgh, everybody should have traded for him, just like you all said. I know they definitely wouldn't have wanted Big Ben, not for the price that he had before they restructured his contract.
Right.
I'd say they were thinking doing that.
Yeah, they might have took Dwayne Haskins just because he's young to see if he can develop, but they definitely should have made the move, because this is definitely Big Ben's last year with that bad offensive line.
I got a question for Daniel and Hot Dog. Will really. Hold on, let me get it real quick. Sean Gurton, he says, who are the quarterbacks in this draft? I know you two are the big college guys. Are there any college quarterbacks that are worthy of the Steelers picking?
Quarterback out of Duke.
Well, you got
quarterback out of North Carolina. I can't remember the name.
I know you're talking about Sam
Sam
Howell.
Howell. Sam Howell.
Sam Howell.
Oh, my guys at Pittsburgh. My guys at Pittsburgh. Steelers, if you want a quarterback, you ain't got to go far. Hell, he even plays at Heinz Field. Kenny Pickett. I love that guy. That is my quarterback to take in the draft this year. Love Kenny Pickett. You got Rising out of Cincinnati. Rising out of Cincinnati, he'd be a decent quarterback. Of course, like D tried to get mentioned, Sam Howell's another guy. There's some decent quarterbacks coming out. This is not a deep quarterback class. Yeah, Matt Corral. Andrew just said Matt Corral from Ole Miss. I like him a lot. I like Kenny Pickett's my guy, and I think Pittsburgh likes getting guys, homegrown talent. Obviously, they drafted James Conner. They've got a couple other players from Pittsburgh over the years. Kenny Pickett's my guy. That's my favorite quarterback in this class.
Okay, well there's that. And so also something that happened major last week as well. One of Hot Dog's favorite players, Cam Newton, re-signed. Well, yeah, I guess you could say re-signed back with the Carolina Panthers. So does Cam Newton make the Carolina Panthers better? Before I ask you guys this question, it's kind of like subjective because it's like, does he make them better? Better to do what? Like better to make the playoffs, better to win the Super Bowl, division? Like, what are we talking about here? So let me rephrase this. Does Cam Newton signing give the Panthers a better chance to make the playoffs? Daniel, go ahead.
Do you mean like present or do you mean like in the future? Because I think I think they waited too long. I mean, I know the Bucks did lose yesterday, but I still think they waited too long. I don't think.
What we got to do anything?
I'm just saying, I don't think that y'all probably will lose another couple games, maybe, but I don't think y'all lose enough for them to make up any ground. What are they, like 5-5 now? Yeah. So
no, they're only a game behind, ain't they?
Yeah. Well, we 6.
They've only lost 4 games, ain't they?
We're 6-3. They 5-5. So that's 2 games. How many games?
Oh, okay, 2 games.
They're 5-5. Yeah. So,
but they still got.
They should be put in second, tied for second, because I think the Saints have the same record after losing yesterday. So,
but they still got to play the Bucks twice at the end of the year.
Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be enough. I know my guy Ralph's a big Cam Newton fan. Everybody likes Cam Newton. He looked decent yesterday. I don't see it. I think he'll be an upgrade from Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is obviously terrible. 2 weeks ago, I said he's officially a career backup at this point. But I don't get why they traded 3 picks for him in the
I don't
anyway.
man. I don't.
It don't make sense. But I think he's a slight upgrade, not enough to make the playoffs. So outside of selling tickets, getting some fans in the stands because they love him in Charlotte, I don't get it, honestly.
This is my thing, and Daniel, you just brought the point up. Is the Carolina Panthers gave up all their capital for Sam Darnold, only to bring in Cam Newton. That was a waste. Didn't they give up a second or a third for Sam Darnold? But anyways, then y'all got
it was a third, right?
It was a third. Yeah, they gave up too much for Sam Darnold. But anyway, Ralph, what's your thoughts, man? Does Cam Newton make the Panthers playoff contenders this season?
He definitely gives them a hell of a chance. I think he gives them a fighting chance. Like Daniel was kind of saying, they might have waited too late to do it because they may have too many games to make up that they may not be able to pull through, just depending on what the Bucks do, what the Saints do. I'm a fan of Kim. I've never been a fan, respectfully, of Sam Darnold since USC. I don't know what the Panthers seen in him, so I don't know why they ever went after him, thinking that he was going to lead them somewhere. So I just think Cam gives them a chance. You've seen him kind of leading the huddle yesterday during the game. There's just a different energy when Cam is there, when he's on the field. So with that, I think that maybe with some losses by some other teams, he can find a way to get them into the playoffs. But right now, I don't think he will. But I think they'll. I don't know. I'll just say that they have a fighting chance. I'll leave it at that.
He said a fighting chance. As a comment before I let you cook, Hot Dog, what do y'all think the chances of Russell Wilson getting traded in the offseason? What do y'all?
He's out of there.
He's out of there.
He's demanding.
He needs. If I were him, I would want out of there. That team is pathetic.
Well, he hasn't been playing.
I feel
well
so
either.
bad for Russell Wilson.
It goes both ways.
Well, he's
He
been
hasn't
hurt
playing
though.
well.
I think he came back and he came back way too early.
No.
Their play calling's awful to me.
Yeah, it's been that, but he's thrown a lot of.
That's like Daniel said. That's what
Reason.
Daniel said. Daniel brought this up earlier. They need a new offensive coordinator. That's who you said, right? They need a new offensive coordinator.
Definitely.
Somebody needs to quit giving Brian Schottenheimer a job.
You can't keep playing like it's 2003. It just is. The game's evolved.
Oh, absolutely not. And they don't have the offensive line for that.
They never have. They never have.
Eagles fans think every time somebody come available, they go to the Eagles for some odd reason. I don't know why.
Man, I'm gonna say something.
I'm gonna tell you where you don't want to go.
I'd like to address that. I'm starting to like Jalen Hurts though. I'm starting to like Jalen Hurts. I think he's got talent. I think he's got talent, and I like that he's a great leader. He reminds me a lot of Dak Prescott. Not as talented as Dak, but he reminds me a lot of Dak Prescott.
He's lacking.
Ralph, what do you think about what I just said?
What, as far as Hurts?
Yeah, do you think he's kind of comparable to Dak the way he's a leadership and the way he plays?
I wouldn't compare him to Dak. He's a great player, though. I like Jalen. I've always liked Jalen.
Should the Eagles give up 2 first-rounders for Russell Wilson?
Bro, he's not going to the Eagles, please.
They don't have enough talent. If anybody that's terrible that he will go to, keep in mind his wife's an entertainer. Keep in mind he wants a bigger market.
Yeah.
Because he's the quote unquote good guy.
Yeah, he ain't going to Philly.
He'll at the worst team I can see him going to is New York.
That's what I was about to say. The Giants.
They have too much talent for them not to go there.
I tell you what, the Giants have if you look at the Giants, the players they have on paper, the Giants have a lot of talent. I don't know why their record is bad.
They don't have a quarterback.
I don't understand.
I was gonna say they ain't got a quarterback.
I'm not a fan of the coach.
There you go.
I don't know how the coach.
They need to do coach. They need to do coach.
Daniel Jones is Baker Mayfield. He's not going to lose you the game all the time, but he's definitely not going to win you the game majority of the time.
Bro, I don't think Daniel Jones is getting Baker Mayfield.
Every now and then, Daniel, he'll get you one good game to give you hope to be like, okay, I see why they picked you, and then it's like, and I see why they trying to get rid of
both of them.
Who will?
Daniel Jones.
Like he beat the
Baker and Daniel Jones
Saints at New Orleans with 2 backup wide receivers. He does stuff like that and then makes you think he has hope. And then 3 games in a row, he plays average or terrible.
That's what I'm saying.
And he's local too, so that's what I like about him.
Hey, Andrew got a good point, though. Right now, the Eagles have 3 top 10 draft picks.
Yeah, because of Wentz. Because Wentz is playing better than Jalen Hurts.
But before we go to the next topic, Hot Dog, weigh in real quick, man.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't get to I was about to say. Heck, what we talking about? I forgot what we talking about. We went way off course. What we talking about?
We was talking about Cam Newton. Does he make the Panthers a playoff team?
No.
Simple as that.
What is he doing? No. No. Sam Darnold's hurt. Sam Darnold's been playing hurt last 3 weeks. Sam Darnold is not that bad. Philip Walker, PJ Walker came in. He played good. Cam Newton is not. No, absolutely no.
Be Legend who just hopped him.
Legend.
No.
Where's your energy at Legend? Your son had 5 touchdowns.
Y'all don't want me to express how I really feel right now.
Well, tell us how you really feel about the gun line there, boss. Does Cam Newton make the Panthers a playoff team this season?
What's their record?
5-5.
Say Daniel 5-4, 5-5.
5-5.
5-5.
What's Tampa Bay's record?
6-3.
6-3. Okay.
Well, it's like Andrew said. Right now, the Panthers have the 7th and final playoff spot, so they're in right now.
They'll make the playoffs.
They'll make the playoffs. Mm-hmm.
You just a Jalen fan, brother.
No about that.
I'm a what fan?
No. I'm talking about the comment. He's mad because Wentz is playing better than Jalen Hurts. He's hyped because they beat the Broncos. He's drank too much Kool-Aid.
Who are the Broncos though? Like,
here's my
that's
point.
what I tried to tell him.
What I didn't understand is I sat here and listened to this nonsense for 5-10 minutes. Why are y'all wasting y'all time talking about Philadelphia?
Thank you, baby.
Russell Wilson is not going to Philadelphia. No. Philadelphia has no players. Jalen Hurts is not going to lead them anywhere. Jalen Hurts ain't Dak. Dak ain't that damn good. I mean, what are we?
Oh,
Yeah, I might say, whoa.
Easy,
My
man.
God. Hey, my
You
God.
went too far.
Man, listen,
Easy. Your
Dak
quarterback
said
is
that.
Justin Fields.
listen, man. Listen, I hear you. You know, it's two different people. You in the top corner, you in the bottom over there. Listen, hot dog. I respect the Cowboys are playing great. It is what it is. Dak went out there and stunk it up last week. He came back this week with a great performance. But let's just call a spade, man. Dak is only doing what Dak does because of everything surrounded around Dak.
Oh.
You put a decent enough quarterback, and anybody can do what Dak does.
Oh.
What is he?
I was wrong. Whoa. I was wrong last year. I was wrong. Andy Dalton had that same offense, and they were terrible.
All I'm asking is one question. It's just one question. If you can answer this, then I'm wrong. What is it that Dak is doing that is so superb that any other quarterback that would go on the Cowboys couldn't do?
He's winning.
He's getting the job done. What do you mean? What is
He's
he?
winning.
All right, I'm gonna make it easy.
Last week he stunk it, and I believe he still hurt.
Okay, hold on.
Go down the list.
In fairness, hot dog, I should not have asked you that question. Daniel, can you tell me?
Matthew Stafford can do what Dak's doing. Aaron Rodgers can do what Dak's doing, and maybe better. My boy Patrick Mahomes better. Tom Brady can do it.
He's naming the top elite.
He's the greatest quarterback in the league right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Ryan, but he's
everybody I name is the best quarterback in the league.
Those are the top.
But
Josh Allen. I'm saying I can keep going, Josh. I'm gonna let you go. There's at least 12 other quarterbacks that can do what he's doing right now, so that don't make him special.
That's like y'all make it seem like this dude is good without and without Dak they wouldn't win.
Hey, let me tell you. Hang on, can I say something real quick, Legend? I'll stop. D's a Rams fan, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Y'all spent the number one overall pick on a bum named Jared Goff, and we got our guy in the 4th round, the same draft. Y'all could have had Dak, but y'all wasted the first round overall pick on Jared Goff.
And let me go ahead and slam the gavel on you. With Jared Goff, we went to the Super Bowl. With Dak, y'all wasn't going to the playoffs.
But
Sean McVay. What Jared Goff doing now?
Listen,
where's Jared Goff at now? I don't know where he's at.
I don't care. My team's still winning.
Hot dog. All I'm saying, let's put this in perspective. I'm gonna put it real simple. When all the smoke clears, this is what it's gonna look like. You're gonna have the Cowboys. You're going to have the Rams. You're going to have Tampa Bay. And you're going to have a couple other teams in the NFC. You really think that the Cowboys are going to beat any of those 3 teams that I just told you?
Absolutely.
I believe when we're fully healthy, we can beat any of those.
Let me get my Ralph face on.
And then you got Tampa Bay. They ain't even got no. How many injuries does Tampa Bay have? That's an easy win. That's an easy win. Right now, that's an easy win.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So you trying to tell me, I'm asking this question. I'm not saying that you said this. I'm asking a question. Are you trying to tell me that the Dallas Cowboys have the potential to go to the Super Bowl?
Is that a real question?
Yes.
I won't know.
Then the answer to the question is absolutely.
Wait, hang on. Let me make sure his question is correct.
Go ahead.
He said, do we have the potential to get to the Super Bowl?
Hell yeah.
I can't tell you how many times we've had the potential. It's just getting there is the problem.
Man, hey.
So really,
yes, I believe we had the potential, but do we get there? No, I don't think we get there. I do not think we get there.
Dakota.
It's crazy. I got all these Eagle fans admit that Dallas has a chance to get there. But go ahead,
it's the truth.
That's what's funny.
But all I'm saying
that's funny.
It's just so amazing that you guys say that quarterback is such an amazing quarterback. He's not doing anything.
Wait a minute. I've never said he's amazing. I never said he's amazing. I say he's getting the job done. I never said he's amazing.
You know what? And I agree with that statement, hot dog. He's getting the job done.
But and Legend, Legend, we've been doing this show for years together.
Funny.
Who is Dak's number one critic that you know of?
You.
Who's it always been? Who's it always been?
You.
When he stinks it up, I tell you. If he plays good, I'll tell you. But right now, he's playing good.
And I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. But when you got a guy like Ralph that's trying to make it seem like this dude is just like the world, it's not real.
I don't think he's the
Because I think-
world, but he's
in our reality, yes, I think Dak is a top 5
I
quarterback.
will. We
You
get
can't
that
argue
in
me
your
anything different. I don't see anything different. I don't see nothing wrong with that. He's a top
They
5
ain't going to
quarterback.
Lambeau.
Whatever
man.
But
reason,
wait,
hold on. For
but
whatever
legend,
reason, I
you
don't know why.
you don't.
Dak is a trigger point on this show, and I have no idea why. It's like we talk about Dak, and the conversation goes somewhere.
Because
I
it's
don't know how we get
asinine.
triggered.
It makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, the disrespect
they're
that comes
trying
out
to
of your
put
mouth. Yeah,
You're trying to put this guy up there on a level.
But
Ralph loves Dak. I don't know why.
You're trying to
wait
put
a
this guy up
minute,
there on a
y'all.
level. Hold on, Q. Think about this for 1 second, Q. Ralph is trying to put this guy up there on a level where Aaron Rodgers ain't nowhere in hell. Patrick Mahomes, please. Do you want me to keep going? Tom Brady, no. And I'm gonna say it because on Detroit he was trash, but on the Rams, nah.
he wasn't trash for the Detroit. He
Hey.
was on the bad team.
Hey,
Hold
No,
on.
Detroit was trash.
Thank you.
Hold on. Dak is so good. I'm gonna ask you one simple question. I'm gonna leave this alone, Q. If Dak is that good, do you actually think that you could have put Dak on the Detroit Lions and they would have won? If you
Hell no.
fix your mouth and answer that question, I will push
But
this button.
what point does that prove? You put Matthew Stafford, who's a good quarterback, on there. He didn't do much. What are you saying?
They went to the playoffs a
he
few
didn't
times.
do anything.
Like, come on, man. All right.
He has old.
Hey, we put him out one time.
Hey,
We put him out.
Hold on. Hey, Ralph, is Dak top 5 quarterback in this league?
I told you that already. Hell yeah.
He's got
Hey,
I'm not even
legend.
gonna laugh.
Legend.
Like, that's not even funny to believe that.
Legend. I got a question. Legend, I got a couple questions I want to ask you. Then we need to change the topic. Number one, you don't think we had the potential to get to the Super Bowl? You don't think we had the potential?
They don't think so because Dak's the quarterback.
I'm gonna answer the question.
No,
this
it's the
way.
Cowboys. It's the Cowboys.
Honestly, do you have the potential? Yes. Will it happen? No.
Now, here's my second question.
Okay, he's number 6. I'll take that. That's fine.
If Dak Prescott has one big disadvantage that all these other quarterbacks we've discussed that don't have, we have Mike McCarthy as our head coach.
I was gonna say that. Yep.
Absolutely.
Hang on, wait a minute. You give Dak Sean McVay. Who's the coach for the Buccaneers? Bruce Arians, Andy Reid. Hell, I'd even take Matt LaFleur. Well over, I'd take Mike McCarthy. That is the reason we won't get to the Super Bowl. It's because of Mike McCarthy. Do we have the talent to get there? Absolutely. The offense is rock solid. The defense is going to get our 2 best pass rushers back and our best defensive tackle back sooner than later. We got the potential, but we won't get there. I'll admit it.
So hot dog against that really quickly against that. So my question to you is this: 2 questions. Is Dallas, from a talent standpoint, are the Dallas Cowboys more talented than the Green Bay Packers?
On paper,
across the board, on paper.
I believe so. Yes.
On offense.
Hold on. My next question is this: You take Dallas, you take Dak Prescott and put him with Green Bay. Do they win?
I believe they win. Yeah, I believe they win. I believe they win the division. I do think they win the division.
But do you think that they actually have a chance to compete and go to the NFC Championship with Dak and Green Bay?
I wouldn't say that. No.
What about you, Ralph?
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right. On to the next topic.
Where's Q?
He took a break.
We gotta break you off. Hey man, all I know is, hey Blake, I want to thank you for bringing this up because all I know, we got some closet Cowboys fans in the comment section that claim they're Eagles fans. That's all I know.
That's his backup team.
Boy, yes they are.
Look, that makes
Next top 10
hot
though,
dog
but he
feel
ain't
good.
top 5.
Come
We
on,
good.
bro.
Next subject, Q.
Thank you.
Yeah, next subject, man. I'm tired of talking about my Cowboys, man. I mean, I'm not tired of it, but we need to talk about
he's having technical difficulties. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I'm back up in this thing, man. I got this damn hamster running thing wheel over here for this internet thing.
You need to quit stealing Daniel's Wi-Fi.
I'm crystal clear over here,
You
big
said
dog.
I'm on this
Yeah,
internet,
right.
man. I don't know what's going on, bro.
Man.
This thing is tripping today. But anyways, like Hot Dog said, we're gonna go on to the next topic. Speaking of the next topic for today, we got my guy Hot Dog with Hot Dog's rant of the week. Hot Dog, go ahead, take it away. The floor is yours.
Man, I really appreciate this time. Gentlemen, I have been arguing for weeks with these people on this group page. The Cincinnati Bearcats have no business in the playoffs. No business whatsoever in the college football playoffs. Let me explain why. As of right now, they are the number 5 team in the college football rankings until tomorrow, which will come out with a whole new list tomorrow. So right now, we got Georgia number 1. You can correct me if I'm wrong with this list. Number 2, I believe, is Alabama. Number 3, Oregon. And number 4, Ohio State.
Absolutely.
Now, every team above has at least one loss, except for Georgia. Of course, they are the clear-cut the best team in the country, in my opinion. So let's look at first Alabama. They have one loss. They lost on the road at Texas A&M in a last-second touchdown. Okay, losing to Jimbo Fisher on the road is pretty respectable. Number 3, you got Oregon. Now, they beat Ohio State early in the season, but they did lose to Stanford. And also, we have Ohio State, who's won every game except for losing to Oregon in a close game at the end. So I'm going to tell y'all why Cincinnati has no business being in the playoffs. Can y'all honestly tell me that Cincinnati can beat any of those top 4 teams I just named off? Any of those?
Yeah.
They'll give them a game.
Do you think they could win?
It depends on who they play. Maybe not
Absolutely.
Alabama, maybe not Georgia.
Okay,
but Ohio State, yes.
Absolutely
And Oregon,
not.
yes.
Okay, so you think Cincinnati could beat Ohio State or Oregon? That's what you said, Ralph?
Absolutely.
Daniel,
And
you
I'm an Ohio
agree?
State fan.
Can I get points?
It's bad. It's
All
bad.
right, so
They have the number 16 strength of schedule, so they playing some decent teams.
With points, yeah, they'll win. With points.
Yeah. Cincinnati's no slouch, man. I understand that
They're
they may
running
not
back from
play the
Alabama,
tough
so
schedule, but man, hey, Cincinnati, they're a tough team. They're a tough team.
No, I agree. They are a tough team, but not against them 4.
they'll beat Oregon for sure.
Man, I'm a Buckeyes fan, and I'm telling you, Cincinnati
I don't
can
think
give
so,
Ohio
D.
State a
I don't
game.
think so. I think that boy on that other side caused so much havoc for them.
You know, Cincinnati got a dog at running back from
I know
Alabama.
they do. I know exactly who he is, but that boy, that dog on that other side.
I mean, he's nice.
No, I'm talking about defensively. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
that number 1 draft pick.
he'll be a first round draft pick.
Oh man, that boy, that's something else.
Yeah.
I just don't trust no West Coast team in a big game. I just can't do it.
all right, so let me finish it off real quick. So let me go over Cincinnati's schedule real quick.
Go ahead.
Let me go over Cincinnati's schedule real quick.
So Q got the
Q, you got technical difficulties, bro.
Yeah.
Man,
Let me go over Cincinnati's schedule real quick if y'all don't mind. I got it right here in front of me. So the first week they did beat Miami, Ohio, who now has a 5-5 record. Next week they beat Murray State 42-7, who has a 5-5 record. The week after that they beat Indiana by 2 touchdowns, who has a 2-8 record. The next week they finally got a decent win. They beat Notre Dame 24-13. Week after that they blew out Temple, who's 3-7. The week after that they blew out UCF, who was 6-4. Week after that, they won by a touchdown over Navy, who was 2-7. Week after that, they won 31-12 over Tulane, 1-9, by the way. Then they beat Tulsa by a touchdown, who's 4-6. And over the weekend, they beat USF 45-28, who was 2-8. So I'm looking at this schedule right now. They have only got 2 wins with teams over 500. Y'all really tell me that Cincinnati is ready to beat any of these 4 teams up top?
My only argument with what you just said is I hate when we penalize a team for winning the games that they're supposed to win, but then if they lose the game, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe you lost to that team. It's like, where do you give credit?
Ralph,
like, where
Ralph, I understand that. I understand that. But you got teams that have proven that they'll go out and play teams non-conference. Look at Ohio State. They beat Oregon.
Yeah, but Ohio State's a whole different animal than Cincinnati. I'm saying.
Okay, but
They played
Indiana was not ranked. I don't believe Indiana was ranked. I looked at the schedule; they were not ranked.
At the beginning of the season, they were ranked, and Notre Dame had
Well, we now know. Well, we now know what Indiana is. They're 2-8. They are garbage.
Okay.
We know what they are now.
It's
Alabama
not Cincinnati's
lost to a
fault,
3-loss team.
That's what I'm saying.
If Cincinnati wants to prove that they're a legit team, they need to go out and schedule somebody and play somebody in a non-conference.
So what do you give a
play
team
Ohio
for
State.
an undefeated schedule? What do you give a team for an undefeated schedule? Nothing. You gain nothing by going undefeated in the season. Nothing.
You know, we've seen Michigan State go undefeated and get blown out. We've seen Notre Dame get in after being undefeated. They got blown out.
Hey, well, you deserve your chance. You deserve your chance.
Cincinnati does not deserve to get in. Right now, they cannot beat those top 4 teams. And I don't think they can beat Michigan. I don't think they can beat Michigan. I don't think they can beat Michigan State. I don't think they can beat any of those 2 teams either. Leslie, where are you at, man? Tell me what you're thinking.
You're just saying that, but that's not true statements right there, man.
Why is it not? Cincinnati's not that good.
Right? That's not true, though. That's not true. Like,
what makes you think they're not that good? They won all the games.
I don't get what you
They
saying.
ain't play nobody, D. They ain't play nobody.
So you saying they really should be ranked like 35th? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think they all right be in the top 10, but they should not be in the top 4 in the college football playoffs.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
You know what's funny? You know why this offense started? It's because they played Georgia good in the bowl game, but Georgia, half their team set out getting ready for the draft. That's where this whole mess started. They thought Cincinnati was a legit team because they almost beat Georgia. Georgia backups, might I add. And y'all really think they should be in the top 4?
So then
they gave Ohio State a good game too.
Let's change it. Then let's simply change it. If your strength of schedule doesn't match up, then just say if from the beginning of the season you don't have a chance to make some playoffs.
Guys, you got teams like in Florida. I can't think of the team. I don't know if it was South Florida or Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, no, it was UCF. It was Central Florida. They won. They went undefeated like 2 years in a row.
Yeah, they was going undefeated or losing one game, and they couldn't get in. I mean, so but again, they didn't have the strength of schedule. That was the problem.
It was UCF. They lost the conference championship.
Yeah, they lost one game. Then
they went and played LSU in a bowl game and got their butts kicked.
Yeah, I mean, trust me. Well,
Utah. Okay, we can always go on the opposite end and say, well, Utah went 12-0, and then they went and they won. So I mean, you can go both ways.
I mean, you got Boise State. I mean, you got a lot of guys, man. That's out of the conference that play, but they just don't have the strength of schedule, right?
This is one of my biggest issues with college football, and it's been this way for a long time.
My question is,
it's like I don't get it. I don't get it, man.
They had the 14 playoff when they first started it, so I'm guessing that was 2014. I think that was the first year.
2014, you're right, Daniel. Yeah.
They started. They said they were going to expand it to 8. It was 2021. When are they going to expand it?
I think it's 2024. I think they're going to expand it to 8. I think they've already discussed that.
I believe you just have to. You just have to. In situations like this where you have a team that's went the season undefeated, and y'all just saying that no, they don't have a chance to make it. It doesn't matter that you won all your games. That means absolutely nothing. Like I don't get that, man.
They beat 2 good teams. They've beaten 2 good teams. That's it.
Alabama blew out Ole Miss. And I bet you Ole Miss will beat Cincinnati as well.
No.
Says who?
You don't think, man?
Alabama has beaten 2 good teams all year.
Who is the other one besides Ole Miss? Who is the other one?
In Alabama's defense, that's always that way because, I mean, they made.
I told y'all, LSU and Florida was going to be not going to be good wins. I said that 5 weeks ago.
Right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And you was definitely right about that.
Historically, what do you get, right? In the SEC, historically, LSU, Florida, it's very rare you're going to have both of those teams that are have down years at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. That's
so normally Alabama's going to get at least 4 quality wins this year. I mean, they got 2 quality wins this year. I mean, Florida don't.
Who is the other one besides Ole Miss? Who is the other one?
Hold on, I'll tell you.
It was somebody early in the year.
Yep, it was somebody early in the year. I just got to look real quick.
Could that be Auburn? Who's
you ain't talking about Miami, are you?
Nah, they ain't played.
Miami's
5-5.
Yeah,
they killed Miami.
They ain't played Auburn yet.
No,
I mean, Ole Miss and
I forgot who the other one
honestly nobody now.
So
That's what you're saying.
Because
So
Florida's
what
not
do
a
we?
good win.
So, hey,
Florida's
so
not
that
a
goes
good
more
win.
towards Cincinnati's argument then.
Miami's not a good
No, it
win.
don't.
Yes, it does.
No, because Ole
You're
Miss is
talking about
destroying Notre
strength of
Dame too.
schedule.
They have one
Nah.
good win. I just realized the other two was against teams that are now horrible.
Man, so let's move on to the next topic, which is the Washington Wizards, which is one of B Legends' favorite NBA teams right now. They are 9-3, sitting in first place in the Eastern Conference. Their next 5 games are the Pelicans, Hornets twice, and the Heat twice. I don't know how in the hell they got their schedule, but somehow, some way they did. So anyway, are the Washington Wizards, are they for real? Are they fool's gold and just a product of an early season hot start playing these bad teams? Daniel, go ahead.
Personally, I don't really dig into the NBA much until December. I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb, even if they do make the playoffs. I'm gonna say they are not for real. I remember about 20 games into the season, and it's been about 3 or 4 years ago. The Orlando Magic was the number one team in the East. They didn't even make the playoffs. So I'm gonna go. I like the pieces they got from the Lakers. I thought they would flourish when they went somewhere not playing with LeBron. I think they will probably get like the 8th spot, but I don't know what you mean by for real. Are they contenders? Hell no. They're contenders for the 8th spot. That's all I can tell you. That's all I got for it.
Yep.
And Bill's my guy. I like Bradley Beal. I like Kuzma a little bit for him to be drafted for 48 to be doing what he's doing. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he was a late first round pick. I think it's like the 28th pick.
Legend, you just now look like somebody, man. I ain't gonna say who though.
My boy Legend's comedy, man.
Nah, for real. You had your face there. You look like what's that one dude's name? Kevin Samuels.
That's my dog.
Kevin Samuel, that's my guy right there.
Yeah, I'll be watching him sometimes.
Hey, that's my hey.
He's
y'all
crazy
don't know-
as hell.
Hey, he does remind me a little bit of Legend. I'm not gonna lie.
For real.
Hey, look, for y'all, for those that don't know about Cam, for all y'all listening, for
Absolutely.
those that don't know about Kevin Samuels, brothers, y'all need to get on
Tap in.
Absolutely. Tap in.
whatever. You need to listen to Kevin Samuels, boy. That boy got some fire. He got some
I
fire.
don't,
He put
I don't know who y'all talking about.
Hey, look him up, hot dog. Look him up. Look him up.
Look him up. Actually, you ladies, you all need to look him up too.
Nah. They might not want to hear him. They might not want to hear him.
Hey, listen.
He don't deal in excuses, so they don't want to hear him.
Listen. I'm just Ralph. Hey, Ralph. I'm here for the people.
I know.
I'm just here trying to give this good knowledge. That man.
I'm sorry to go off track, but you just look like him for a second, man.
Yeah.
What's Q over there doing?
I don't know.
I thought Q was in a music video. For real.
Man,
Q going through it over there, man. Q, just gonna type it in, man, at the bottom. What y'all want to talk about, man? Be legend, you up next. Well, here's my talk about this, man. Look, I think that the Wizards, I think that they are fake. I don't know if it's their schedule or not because I haven't paid that much attention to them really, but we all know who the leaders are in the East, man. Come on, man. Let's not waste our time and drag this out. They're not beating the Bucks. They're not beating the Heat. They're not beating
the Bucks are struggling right now.
I don't care. They're not beating the Nets. They're not beating these teams. Hell, they ain't beating Chicago. They damn sure beat Chicago.
That's my team out of the East, man. I like Chicago.
So will they make the playoffs? Maybe. Like Daniel said, maybe 7, 8, but then they're gonna get bounced out. So let's not, it's fool's gold, man. Let's not. I'm happy they're playing better. I'm happy for B Bill, but they ain't got it, man. They ain't got the weight. They can't carry that load, man. Let's not.
They said LeBron was the reason why Kuzma didn't perform.
Right.
I mean, that's partially true. You got him playing a role.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Man.
Maybe. I don't know.
LeBron is kryptonite.
Man.
Big crib.
Well, if he's kryptonite, LeBron, hey, look, if LeBron is cooking like that, I don't know what I don't know what Russell Westbrook is.
Hey,
Oh
hey,
man,
he's my new name. That's the
that man's
Lakers' worst
plutonium.
enemy.
I
Hey,
mean,
so since we waiting on Q, here's my question for the panel:
yeah.
Is it gonna last? Is the marriage gonna last?
No. If I'm LeBron, I'm already getting sick and tired of
Bro, I'm
Westbrook.
telling you,
I
man.
mean,
I'm telling you.
it's gonna be tough.
They
man.
traded for the wrong guy. They traded for the wrong guy.
But
They
here's
should
the
have offered
thing,
all those pieces to your Kings, Ralph, and went out and got Buddy Hield.
but
I
That
don't.
guy would have.
Hill's
That's too
not the
much
answer.
for Buddy
Hill's not
Hield,
the
though.
answer,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
He's
too
not
much.
the answer. What would
But
have
he
been better
would've helped.
is
He
when
would
they
have
had
helped,
the chance to
but
get.
I wouldn't have gave him.
I think
Buddy Hield.
I think Buddy Hield would have been a better help to the Lakers than what Russell Westbrook is.
Who's
Maybe.
running point? Who's running
But-
the point?
Brian.
Hey, let
But-
LeBron run point.
Hey,
LeBron
listen.
can't even stay on the court.
Hey, listen, man.
I
Listen.
love it.
Even when LeBron come back, I don't. I think I don't know. I don't know.
It's over already. It's over.
I ain't
Just
never-
remember, I told y'all.
I ain't
I
never.
know.
Hey, Daniel, man, tell him what you said, man. Tell him, Daniel. Please, I want to hear you. Tell him, man.
Every time I put something in the group, I
Ralph, let me
smell
make
because I'm
this
thinking
very
about
clear.
Daniel. Because I know Daniel said Westbrook is going to be
Hey,
trash,
yeah,
and he's not the answer.
Let me make this clear. The Lakers are going to the playoffs. The Lakers are going to the East. The Western Conference Finals. I ain't worried.
Wow.
Yeah, I ain't worried.
With Westbrook?
Yeah.
No way, legend.
Yeah.
No.
That's his fanhood speaking.
No.
They're going to the playoffs, though.
No, because
That's a fanboy
I'm
talking.
gonna tell you why I say that, D. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because before they let this dude derail what they got going on, they gonna do something.
Okay.
They got to get rid of him.
Whatever that is, whatever
Okay.
means sit him on the bench, I don't know what it is. Trade him, I don't know what, but they gonna do something. There's no way that they gonna let this thing. No.
You got John Wall.
All right, man.
You
So,
think that John Wall would do better with them than Westbrook?
John Wall's game. I like John Wall better than him offensively, but John Wall's game does not equate to wins.
Okay.
But he would be better suited to play with Anthony Davis and LeBron because he mentally gets it.
Yeah,
this ain't my show. I don't have to go out here and try to score 30.
Yeah, right.
I think when LeBron comes back, he kind of offsets Westbrook, like somewhat. Because they will lose games, but he can make up for some of it.
When listen, man, I ain't missed a game. And
it's hard to watch.
I have sat there and I watched it.
It makes it unwatchable.
Dude, and
he's terrible.
Dude, I'm like, WTF? Are you
absolutely,
like,
absolutely.
OMG!
What the?
And actually, some.
That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying LOL the whole game. Really, LOL. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, you would even think, as aggressive as Westbrook is as an individual, on the court, you would think defensively he would just be
trash.
He does nothing. He doesn't try to play.
Man, this dude go out there and wave his hand.
Hey, Russell Westbrook looked like Teddy Bridgewater on that fumble yesterday. They just let him go by. They didn't even touch him. That's what he looked like.
It's terrible.
I know, bro. I know. Trust me.
Hey, man, let me, if you don't mind, let me click on this Wizards thing real quick. I'm with everybody else. I believe I just think it's an early schedule thing. I think they're good. I think they'll get a 6-7 seed spot because I think they have a solid team. Not a great team, but a solid team. In the East is weak, obviously. So I believe that they get a 6-7 spot right now. Legend, but how happy are you right now? Because your Bulls look good right now. Chicago has something to be happy about.
Okay, now let's deal with this now.
You are a Bulls fan, low key.
Low key.
No. Legend. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
When Mike was in Chicago, you rooted for the Bulls too.
I rooted for Mike, Scotty, Pippen, players. I've told
that's
you.
The Bulls. You take them away.
Hold on.
He can't go back to Chicago, man.
Have I? Ralph. I get flack all the time from people in Chicago. All my homeboys.
I already know, man.
But here's my point, D. Haven't I been consistent? And I tell you, and when it comes down to Chicago team, I can't root for them because the ownership screws up everything.
That's very
true. Absolutely.
That's very true.
I agree with that.
That's very
every
true.
single team they do. And so Don't get me wrong. That's where I'm from. So I'm always going to watch the team. But do you think that the Bears are trash?
I like the Blackhawks though.
Listen, man, you traded up to get Mitchell Trubisky.
I know. Oh my God.
They
man.
One spot, trade up one spot.
Oh my
They gave
God.
up draft picks when you had Deshaun, you had Patrick Mahomes. This is what
Wow.
we're dealing with.
Wow.
This is what we're dealing with, right? You know, I
Yeah.
go talk about. I could go back and talk about some of the draft picks the Bulls made and everything. It's what they do. It's just,
Eddie Curry.
Is it?
Eddie Curry.
Hey, he was all right until he got that.
Oh, man.
condition or whatever
Baby
it was.
Shaq. He was baby
Train
Shaq.
wreck,
Eddie
man.
Curry.
So, but to go
Jamal
back,
Crawford was a dog.
Oh, he
yeah,
was.
he was.
Man.
But guess what they
Hey,
did? with
Jason Williams would been good if he didn't get in that bike wreck too.
Hey,
and guess what they did
sensitive
with him?
subject. Don't bring that up again.
Hey, AD.
I'm
and
just
guess what
saying,
they
man, he
did?
would have been good.
What did they do with him? What did they do with Jamal? They traded him.
Yeah.
Y'all had a slew of decent draft picks. You did.
What, Ron Artest?
Khalid El-Amin was solid. Tyrus
Of course, Derrick
Thomas,
Rose.
Guys, Thomas, yeah,
Oh, Derrick
Tyson
Rose.
Chandler.
Yeah.
All them
Yes.
boys, all them boys got traded.
Oh my God, Andre Nocioni.
Yeah, all them.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
Who? Who?
Andre Nocioni, yeah. All
Yeah,
them dudes.
exactly.
And y'all
Exactly.
had
And they all
what's the
left.
other foreigner? Was
I
it
mean,
not
Todd-
Miritich?
Taj is gone. All them dudes is
Yeah.
gone, man.
Hey, I like Kirk Heinrich for real.
Captain
That was
Kirk.
all right.
Yeah, he was a solid player. I ain't gonna lie. He was a solid
D
player.
Rose's knee derailed the Bulls
Oh,
from
man.
what they could have been.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, Q's back.
But yeah, I mean, I think the Bulls. We're gonna see tonight. We're gonna see if the Bulls gonna spank these Lakers tonight. We're gonna see.
They are. Don't worry about
Who they
it.
going
As long
to?
as Westbrook's at the helm,
As I was about to say,
count
is
it.
Westbrook still the point guard?
You trash, bro.
Is LeBron playing? No.
Man, I missed all this conversation, but I ain't even gonna go back because I'm pissed off right now. But anyways, we gotta go on to something else real quick. We got Daniel's upset alert of the week. Daniel, which players should be on upset alert for the week, man?
All right, let me get this all pulled up. It was a struggle, honestly, to see because it was a lot of obvious favorites. But I'm going out on a limb on some of these. Basketball, not basketball. This is football, college football. I told you I don't believe in West Coast teams. I'm gonna go with Utah to upset Oregon. I'm going with
Oh,
that.
God.
I'm also going to say that, quote unquote, we know that Clemson is usually the favorite in this, but I'm gonna go with Clemson to upset Wake Forest college football.
Okay.
And I don't think it'll happen, but I would say SMU. I've said for some weeks now, if SMU doesn't knock Cincinnati off, they'll go undefeated. I'm gonna go with SMU putting Cincinnati on upset alert. As far as the NFL, some games, I don't know. The NFL's been out of control the last few weeks. My betting streak has been stopped. But I'm gonna go with the Cincinnati Bengals being on upset alert. They're going to Las Vegas. I don't know. Las Vegas is desperate for a win. Hopefully they can find Deshaun Jackson a little bit more. I think I'm gonna put Cincinnati on upset alert. I'm also gonna go with the Chargers. The Chargers to beat Pittsburgh. I don't really think that's that big of an upset. I'm just going based on who the favorite is. Chargers upsetting Pittsburgh. And last but not least, the Cowboys to upset the Chiefs. For some reason, the
Hell
Chiefs.
no, I'm not. Ain't no way.
Hey.
Hell no.
For some reason, the Chiefs are the favorite, even though the Cowboys.
It's
don't
because
have
it's the Chiefs are at home. That's the only reason why. Because the Chiefs are at home.
know. So I'm going with that. Now, I've only watched 4 college basketball games this year. 3 were Duke. So these might not be accurate. But if they happen, hey, I'm pretty good with this college basketball.
Did you watch Duke beat UK, Daniel? What did you think about that game? Can we get your synopsis on that Duke UK game?
Man, it could have been worse. Thank God for cramps. You know, so it kept the game a little closer, didn't get out of hand. What we win by like 7, 8. Could have been worse. 9? Okay, yeah, it could have been worse, but cramps, couple players cramping up. I ain't gonna go too far in depth about it. I don't want to rub it in Ralph's face.
Shit, I would.
Man, that's what I was wanting. That's what I was wanting, but okay.
Shit, I would.
I wouldn't.
Hey,
it ain't like North Carolina gonna beat them.
Shit.
They ducked North Carolina. North Carolina ducked them, one or the other. They don't play each other no more. So,
Nah,
but I'm gonna go with
UK don't like to play schools that they can actually compete against. They want to play against, the Robert Browns and the Robert Morrises. They won't schedule them schools instead of scheduling schools that might give them a good game. They scared of that. They won't.
Who was y'all last game against, Q?
These high school teams. Hey, we got a new coach. We got to see how this thing gonna work.
Okay.
This thing gonna work.
Okay.
Yeah, when you get a coach named Hubert, you got
Hey, Ralph, I ain't gonna lie to you. We need some cupcakes. We need to figure this thing out, baby. We need to figure out.
And why Hot Dog want to say he wanted Daniel to rub it in? Who is Furman? Can y'all tell me where Furman's located?
Oh, trash. We are Louisville is trash. Louisville trash. I'll be first to admit we are garbage.
Exactly. Furman. Come on, man. Let's stop.
We trash.
I ain't gonna lie to you. We gotta figure this thing out, baby. We need some cupcakes on this thing real quick, man. But speaking of cupcake schedule, Ralph, who you got as Week 10 key NFL matchup? And I got who you got.
Bro, it was ugly. We got 15 games going on this weekend, Week 11, and these games are like, I don't really know. The only game that really stuck out to me, honestly, is the Cowboys and Chiefs game. I'm definitely going with the Cowboys in that game. That's an easy win for Dak. But in the other games, I mean, you got the Colts and Bills. Of course, the Bills. You got Ravens and Bears. Ravens. I want to put one more upset out there. Daniel was giving the upsets. I think the Lions beat the Browns. But you got the Texans and Titans. Of course, the Titans. You got the Packers and Vikings. That could be a decent game, conference game. I'm going with the Pack. Jets and Dolphins. That's up in the air. Saints and Eagles. At least my Broncos won't be losing this week because we on bye. So that's it for me, man.
Oh man, that's what you got for the key matchups. He said my Broncos won't. See, I might even lose the bye week for real, quite honest with you. But those are Ralph's key Week 10 NFL matchups. Speaking of matchups, man, I'm trying to hurry up through this thing for this internet start messing up again. Who we got? Well, I ain't even gonna ask Daniel this question. This question applies to everybody but Daniel. Who y'all got winning Monday Night Football tonight? Hot Dog, go.
Who the Rams play?
49ers.
49ers. Yeah, I got the Rams. I got the Rams.
All right, hold on. Another two-part question, Hot Dog, and this one I want Daniel to comment on. Over under Odell Beckham gets 100 yards.
Under.
What you think he ends up with?
Cooper Kupp show tonight, baby. Cooper Kupp show tonight.
I know. I got him in fantasy. Let's go.
43 yards.
43. How many catches?
3.
3 for 43. Ralph, what you think?
I'm definitely going with the Rams. Who are the 49ers? Let's be serious.
The 49ers.
Give me 5 catches for Odell for 65.
5 for 65. Be legend. Over under, because I already know you got the Rams winning tonight. Over under Odell getting 100 yards. What you got him get?
7 catches, 110 with a touchdown.
I like it. Yes.
Yeah.
I do
but
too, for real.
We're not force feeding them as well.
The only reason I say that is because you got to understand the dynamics of it. With Robert Woods out, that changed the dynamics of the amount of targets that Odell's going to get. So now he becomes one or two things are going to happen. Either Odell's going to go off or either Van's going to go off because they're going to
Jefferson. I'm hoping he don't though.
because they're going to try to take Cooper Kupp out of it. So that's going to leave, those two guys,
They're getting one.
Yeah.
Tyler
you can try to take Cooper Kupp out, but ain't nobody been successful.
Hey man, they said that about Tyreek, and they took him out for numerous games. And Kelsey. So you can't say
he's not a great route runner though.
I'm just telling you, I got Cooper Kupp in fantasy, and that man has
me too. Me too, Ralph. I got Cooper Kupp in 2 leagues.
So my thing is, you got if you take him out, they may give you a chance. But you can't let him run amok because Robert Woods was killing you too before he tore his ACL. So that's why I say that. So yeah, I'm going 7-1-10 with a touchdown.
7-1-10 touchdown. Dan, you already know you got the Rams winning tonight. Over under Odell gets 100 yards.
I'm gonna give him 4 catches in max. I don't know how well he knows the offense. I don't know if they're gonna try to implement some just freestyle plays, option routes, stuff like that. Maybe get him the ball. I think they need to use him. I just think it's too soon. The timing of that ACL was literally a day after he signed his contract. So I'm going
That's
under.
crazy, ain't it? That's crazy.
That's why I said it was just like God's
crazy.
like, we're gonna give him Odell because he probably tears ACL. And
That's
Other
crazy,
news tonight
bro.
for the Rams. Von Miller is active.
okay, they said he wasn't gonna play till he was 100% with the ankle, so I thought he would sit out.
Man,
And I'm gonna squeeze you.
Von Miller is active.
Get him some reps, man.
I'm last two little upsets for college basketball. I would probably take the points if you betting, but we're going with upsets. Xavier over Ohio State in basketball, and I'm going with Seton Hall over Michigan.
Ohio State's been playing bad.
What?
They haven't been playing that.
Seton over who?
Michigan.
No.
They keep him a guy that goes for about 30 every year in these type of games.
Oh
no.
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. But I can see it happening. I don't believe in Michigan.
Hey, but D, I
Everybody
really
believed
like
in
that
Michigan
SMU
last
upset over Cincinnati. I really like that upset pick. I like that.
Yeah, I think it could happen. I don't
You
think
said
it
about
will.
football, college football?
Yeah, I don't think it will.
Cincinnati is very close.
Of course, Hot Dog want that, so he can go ahead.
I'm telling you right now, if Cincinnati loses to SMU, y'all don't want me on the show next week. I'm telling you right now.
But if they lose to SMU, then there is no argument. Then they wouldn't be a team that's contending for a spot. But as of now, with the undefeated record, they should be a number 4 in the nation, man.
I think.
So wait a minute, hang on. So should University of Texas San Antonio be in the conversation as well? Because they're undefeated as well.
Man, come on.
Should they be in as well?
You're going too far now.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You reaching? But I mean, I get it.
You said undefeated.
So my point is what I said earlier. Let's change the rules. If your strength of schedule is not going to allow you to have an undefeated season and be considered in the playoffs, then don't rank them. Don't put them.
Hey,
in
man,
the
for
rank.
real,
It
man. University of Texas San Antonio. Put them in the playoffs.
It makes no sense, bro.
So, real quick before we get out of here, real quick, 2 questions. Thursday night football predictions. We got the Patriots versus the Falcons. Daniel, who you got winning this game?
It's no brainer. Honestly, you know what? I've won some money this year betting with the Falcons.
I know.
There's no chance this week. I say the Patriots by 13. Patriots by 13.
Patriots by 13. Ralph, who you got?
I like the Pats, man. I think one of the most solid things about the Patriots is their defense, man. Belichick really has that defense playing well, and Mac Jones is getting better each week. So I'm definitely going with the Pats. The Falcons are the Falcons.
Falcons are the Falcons. B Legend, Pats versus Falcons. Who you got?
Patriots. Ain't nothing to talk about.
I know. They are playing the Falcons.
Easy.
These Thursday night games never usually go the way they're supposed to.
I know,
especially last Thursday night game definitely didn't go the way they're supposed to.
Who did?
I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I'm gonna go with the Falcons to win.
Okay. Can't go wrong. I know. He said okay.
All right. Hot Dog going with the Falcons for the win. Last
I've bet on the Falcons 3 times, but I wouldn't do it this week, Hot Dog.
Should the Browns be Legend? Go ahead and go.
What you say? I didn't hear you.
Should the Browns quick hitter? Should the Browns consider moving on from Baker Mayfield this offseason?
Who's gonna take him?
Good question.
I bet the Lions would.
Yeah.
Broncos.
Don't take anybody.
No, we wouldn't.
I don't know. Cleveland's such a train wreck, man. I don't know what they do. I really don't.
Personally, I think that the Browns should get rid of him, but I think the Browns really have confidence in Baker Mayfield for some odd reason. I don't know why.
It's the commercial.
The question is, at the end of the day, if you get rid of him, what are you going to do? Who are you going to bring in?
Yeah,
I mean, that's the question.
Deshaun Watson, there goes your trade. Send Baker.
There you go. There it is.
And bring Deshaun to the Browns.
If you can do that, that'll be fine. But I mean,
yeah, if you could do it, you know,
if you can do that.
But that is a good point, Charles. Is if you let Baker go, who are you bringing in to replace him? So I guess they pretty much kind of stuck with Baker at this point in time.
And plus, the other thing is, in reality, is
anyway,
the Browns are a run team. They're not a pass team.
Especially now without Odell. Yeah. I think they draft a quarterback in the next 2 drafts, and then they'll just move away from Baker at that point.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Man. But anyway, man, sorry for everybody for the technical difficulties throughout the show. I don't know. I told you this. Suspended on the wheel for this internet over here. I don't know what the heck happened today. It was in and out. But
You
sorry,
need
I
more
apologize
hamsters, man.
for the technical difficulties throughout the show.
See?
I got this Chris Jones internet over here today. This shit just ain't working out for me. But anyway, you can always catch previous shows on the YouTube channel. You can always listen to all major podcast streaming platforms as well. So from the fellas on here, we appreciate everybody who liked, commented, and shared throughout the show and stuck with us and hung with us even through the technical difficulties throughout the show. But we can get on up at this thing, and as always, we want somebody to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. And we
Peace.
understand y'all. Peace.